Okay, welcome everyone to the Pro Trade Room Plus. We're here for the market open, flash manufacturing, existing homes. My name is Lee Goldstein, the trading director for 10-minute trades. Please remember, all the trades we discuss are for educational purposes. I'm not a financial advisor. It is possible to lose money trading futures. Okay, so just a heads up, everyone. First off, we have the market open. All right. Then at 9:45, we've got flash manufacturing in the US. We have a setup for that, obviously. 10 o'clock, we have existing homes, and then we will stick around also for natural gas. I do have a setup for existing homes, okay? And of course, we do have a setup for flash manufacturing, and we do have a setup for the market open. We just finished trading the US unemployment claims, and I would say that most members made money on it. The MNQ breakout was a whipsaw. That didn't work. It was MNQ, not a big loss. The gold trap trade, if you traded it, you were able to make money on the gold trap. So that's a recap so far of what we've done this morning. I want to welcome everybody that's watching our stream. Thank you for joining us. All right, let me just look at everything here. So we've got our market open, and we thought that we were going to change things up a little bit today. The YM, it's a little bit tougher. It's a little bit tougher to trade. The MNQ has definitely been behaving better, but you just never know what's going to happen on a market open. So I've got the MNQ 0925 on the left. Right now, the markets are negative. They probably did not like any of the news so far this morning. Um, Although I am seeing something about a joint statement on an EU and US trade deal. I would have thought that would be good news, but it's not affecting the market in a positive way. And the unemployment news was bad. There were more claims. The job market is struggling, and that is a reality. If you look at the numbers, you could fire everybody you want to fire, but the numbers are still the numbers, and the numbers will be out there. So the market is going to respond to the numbers, and the numbers will find their way out there. And right now, the job market is slowing. And that creates issues because the Fed doesn't want to cut rates if the market is slowing. So there was a 100% rate cut possibility in September. It's now 80%, they're saying. So we'll see. All this is we'll see. It's still early. You got the jobs report. Will there be a jobs report? That's a question. I wouldn't be surprised if the jobs report is canceled next month. Anyway, make sure if you're trading that you went to time.is as your website sync check. Go to time is, make sure your computer is in sync for reports, all right? So you go to the website time.is. Time is. And it checks your computer to see if it's in sync. You want your computer in sync if you trade the way that we trade. Okay? If your computer is not in sync, in the trade room file folder, if you look in the trade room, you'll see a folder called Files. In that folder, there's a file called D4 Time, Dimension 4. Download the file, install it on your computer, and now you have a program that lets you sync your computer. Now, for some people, for whatever reason, it's too complicated to find the file folder. I don't know why, but it's not complicated. So make sure you can find the files because there are good files in there. And I'm not going to give the link all the time like I'm doing now. Okay? That's the link for Dimension 4. Learn how to get in and out of the file folder and learn how to download. It's easy as pie. Okay? So market open, we have an MNQ set up. It's been working nicely, but it's had a fatal flaw. Its fatal flaw has been it hits the first target and then gets stopped before it goes further. So today I'll probably risk the profit. Today what we're going to do is not move the stop as much if it hits the first target. Okay? That's what we're going to do. So here's our setup. Right click the chart, click strategy, double click news trader. So you see the software show up down below, configured. And now we can do all the adjusting of the software that we want to do. On the right here, those are our software adjustments. I just wanted to make one comment. The link I put up about the challenge. You don't have to come to the pre-launch if you don't want to. If you know you want to take part in the challenge, I put the link in the classroom, in the trade room just now. Just sign up and the schedule is there. That's all you have to do. Just show up. All right? And that goes for everyone in the trade room. If you need a reason why to take the challenge, then come to the pre-launch on Friday. Okay? We have one more pre-launch on Friday. You know, if you want to see some great trades, then come to the pre-launch. Give me a second. And I'll post that as well. But if you know you want to take it, and it just means that, hey, I want to take 3 days of phenomenal education, then just take it. And for everyone on YouTube, if you need a reason why, take the pre-launch. Okay, our MNQ market open, right click the chart, click on strategies, double click news trader. I have a template saved, so I'm going to load my template. I go to template, load. After you create a setup, save a template, saves you a lot of time. MNQ open, you give it a name, call it whatever. MNQ open August 12th. That's my newest one. All right. So I'm going to right click it and just rename it, update it, and make it 821 and load it. So I'm going to trigger my open at 929.59 with a 30 bracket, target of 25, target of 50, but I'm not going to move my stop to break even. I'm going to move it to break even minus 20. Let's see if moving the stop 20 ticks further away, let's do 25, will allow us to survive. I mean, the real question is why move the stop at all? Maybe not move it at all. I hate to give up all the profit when you work so hard to hit a target. So just for fun today, I'm going to move it to break even minus 20 because our target is 25. In theory, we'd get out flat. The stop we've been using is 150. When we traded the NQ open during the pandemic, we used an 80 stop, full size NQ, full size NQ. Using 150 on the MNQ, and it will get shrunk to 20 plus, to 20 negative, right? 20 ticks before entry if our first target is hit. And then we have a special file, special account for market opens. Apply it, okay it. And I'm going to check my brackets by setting the time to 0. I think my computer is going to shut down because of overheating. It just feels so hot. Something's going on. I'm setting the time to 0 to look at the brackets on a sim chart before we trade the open. Okay, I want manageable brackets. I don't want scrunched up charts where I can't trade. That's why I do this. It's not complicated. The reason. Then I'm going to put my time back on 929. Put my software back on the right trading account. Apply it, okay it. Put Chart Trader on the right trading account and enable the trade. Turn it on. Then I'm going to do a reverse continuation MNQ as well. Okay. Right click the chart, click strategies. Now, the other thing is we have to remember we have a trade, flash manufacturing. So folks, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to set up only one open chart. The MNQ is my open today. In my middle chart, I'm putting gold, GC 1225, and I'm setting up our flash manufacturing trade. That's a trap trade, okay? Let's get the DMM because it's 9:45. Either you're going to trade it or you're not, all right? It's been a mediocre trade, okay? That's the truth. It's a mediocre trade. It's been growing in size, and it is a gold trap trade. That's my only setup. It's a gold trap. That's at 9:45, but I don't want to be fumbling around managing the open and worrying about flash manufacturing because that's a report that we trade. All right? I trade this report. So I've got my gold chart, right click, click strategies, click trap trade. It's a 945. We're going to trigger 944.55. Stop is 25. Tier 1 is 30. Tier 2 is 45. It's a reversal trade, okay? 30 and 45 on the tiers. Labeling it Trap GC. Trading it in my good prop account. Apply it. Okay it. That's our trap trade. Okay? Also, setting up a reverse continue on gold on the same chart. Double click News Trader. Change the breakout to a reverse continue. One position on gold. 30 tick target. Target one is 30. Stop. 30. Remember, this is just a discretionary scalp if we decide we have an opportunity after the news. Account, same as the trap trade, 17. Label all your trades. GC reverse continue. Why do you label all your trades? Apply it and okay it, because on the control panel now, I've got GC reverse continue, trap GC, MNQ open, and I know which one is which. So if I want to cancel the open, I don't cancel the wrong trade because it's labeled. Okay? You got to make sure you know what you're doing, especially if you're trading multiple setups. And if you're a beginner, you're not going to be trading multiple setups. Just choose one. Trade one at a time. Now, this is not both at the same time. We have the market open at 9:30, and we should be done by 9:45 for the flash manufacturing trade. Okay? Author, I have a checklist just for you. So author says, would be great to have a checklist. So I have a pre-trade checklist. Author, it's in the file folder. It doesn't cover every single scenario, but it's a general pre-trade checklist. And I'm going to look in the file folder, someone, and tell me if the pre-trade checklist is in there. Is the pre-trade checklist in the file folder? I don't want to open my file folder for a real reason. There's a bug, and I don't want to deal with it. You see it? Okay. So you can just download it. It's in the file folder. I am pretty dumb, I'm sorry to say. How do you post a picture in the trade room? Somebody tell me. I never do it. How do you post a picture in the trade room? And I'm not embarrassed to tell you how dumb I am. You guys are always posting pictures. Ah, okay. Got it. Click the plus sign. And then if you find a picture, so if I accidentally put a picture of whatever, okay, okay, thank you. I'll have to practice. Um, Author, what do you mean? What do you mean? I don't understand that question. How to get rid of what? How to get rid of physical files? I don't understand. Flies. Physical flies. I don't understand what you're asking me. I understand you're saying the word flies, but I don't understand what it means. I'm missing something. Uh, Bear with me. So we have a trap trade not to worry about till 9:45. I have an MNQ open on the left. That's my main concern right now. Do I want to set up a YM chart? It wouldn't be hard to add an extra chart to set up the YM on the open because I like trading the YM on the open. There's my extra chart. So YM 925. What I've been doing on the YM for the open is been trading one contract only. So I've got a template for the YM open. I don't think this morning is a fantastic open, folks. There's just nothing driving it. You know what I mean? It's just a normal news day. It's really a pretty normal day. There's nothing outrageous going on. I prefer Mondays and I prefer outrageous. Some big news that makes the market crazy. That's when I like trading the open the most. YM 929.59 on the trigger, one position, 40 bracket, 50 target, 35 stop. If the market moves X ticks, I make that 25, move my stop to 20, break even plus 20. So if the market moves in my favor 25 ticks, it hasn't hit my 50 tick target yet because I'm only trading one contract. But if it goes 25 ticks in my favor, the stop will move to plus 20. So if it doesn't keep moving towards our target and it reverses, we'll protect approximately 20 ticks of profit on the open. That's the concept in a one contract trade. So 929.59 on the trigger. The bracket is 40. The target is 50. The stop is 35. If the market moves 25 ticks, right above that, I'm putting move the stop to break even plus 20. Those two fields can work together. For your information, the move stop field controls the break even button. We have a break even button on the top of trades. When a trade is enabled, you notice there's a BE button. Have you ever noticed that? There's a BE button. That's break even. If you press that button, it moves the stop to break even plus one tick. If that field move the stop break even X is 20, it'll move the stop to break even plus 20 and it'll use the button. Nobody knows that. That's a secret. It's not a secret. It's a feature the program never told me he did. I never knew it. And I don't know how I found it out. One day I just found it out. I think he told me or I don't know. But it's a clever feature. I'm just checking my bracket now on the YM. on sim. The markets are not in a big range today, even though the Dow is down a buck and a half, 150 points. You know, years ago, that used to be a lot on the Dow. Now, that's a drop in the bucket, right? It's nothing. It's just nothing. It's crazy how life has changed. I am, Ray. I don't think it's a great market open today. TJ has a point there. The market's down this morning. There's been some volatility on the news. Um, but it's a fairly normal market volatility day. Ray, the reason I wasn't going to trade the YM is because I've set up our trap trade for the flash manufacturing on my second main chart, if you understand what I mean. I don't want to miss the flash manufacturing trade. And then I just decided to throw up a YM chart. I like trading the open. I realize that for me, the YM's been uneven, but one contract, it's not that much risk. The account's doing pretty well. The account is up 600 bucks, our open account so far. So I'm fine trading. It's not going to blow up the account if it doesn't work. And the YM owes me. Yesterday we did a magnet, and I liked the YM magnet again today to trade. Instead of trading the open, I'm tempted to just trade a short magnet like we did yesterday. I like that trade. I think it's going to go test the magnet. I think that's a better trade on the YM today. I like magnets on the open if it seems appropriate, right? And there's no question, especially on the MNQ, there's quite a bit of pre-market movement about 5 minutes before the open. Now, the one thing I forgot is to get my reverse continue on the YM, one position. So you can enter again if you want to. 40 tick target. $40 stop. Same account. YM. Reverse continue. Apply it and OK it. I like to have reverse continues on the open. Same thing on the MNQ. Add a reverse continue setup. I just barely have enough time. One position, two contracts, 50 target, 50 stop. Same account. Just made it. All right. The YM watch is going to do the magnet. It would have been a better trade to test to the low side. I don't like the fill right at the low of the day. I don't love it. I don't love it. Personally, I'm going to cancel my YM, all right? I don't like getting filled at the low. Okay, see, now we made much more money on our MNQ because we allowed the stop to be further away. It does look like it's going to test the low, and the YM would have been a better magnet than an open. I may do a lot of magnets on the YM open, to be honest. And I may expand my target on the MNQ open. Okay? I may expand my target on the MNQ open. I'm turning off. I'm done with the open because we have other trades today. We proved our point a little bit on the MNQ open, all right? My YM open, I'm not I canceled it and I'm not sorry about that. I don't need my MNQ reverse continue. Look at that. If you're smart and were willing to take a reversal off the low, that was pretty cool. That was a big reversal. But I'm done with the open, so I'm getting rid of all these setups, all right? Because we have other stuff to do. It's just the way it is. Excuse me. That's why I'm getting rid of these setups. I'm keeping my gold trap, and I'm actually going to move it to a different chart. I'd rather have it. Remember, we have 12 minutes to flash manufacturing. This is all recorded. Author, it's all recorded. Flash manufacturing is coming up now, okay? I'm going to move it to my left-hand chart, GC 1225. Gold did not test the high yet, but remember what I said, it was going to test the high. It's testing it. Trap trade 9:44:55 is the trigger time. 9:44:55. Our stop is 25. Tier 1 is 30. Tier 2 is 45. We need a good move to get filled. If it's a small move, we may not get filled. Label it trap GC or GC trap. Okay. And I'm trading it in my good prop account. So we've got our trap ready to go. Okay. Trap is ready. I'm also going to set up a reverse continue. Reverse continue. Hey, way to go, TJ. You just passed your first master accountant Bullinox. Way to go. Nice. Okay, right clicking the chart. Now what? So what's going to happen is they're going to send you an email. You're going to pay $140 and you're going to get a master account. And now you got to make 3,000 in that account to take money out. Okay? Buck 48. Okay? Calvin, how much do you think he has to make before you could withdraw? Honestly, how much? Can't you withdraw if you make 3,000, you could take 500? So really you need to make 3,100. Well, wait, if the buffer, somebody better explain this to me. If you have a master account, what's the minimum it has to make to take money out? Okay. That's about what I thought. 36. So trade it carefully. Use that like it's a cash account. That's like a cash account now. That's how you should treat it. Setting up a reverse continue. on gold for the trap trade here. 30 target, 30 stop, just a scalp. Labeling it GC, reverse, continue. Excuse me. My throat, folks, is really bad these days. I don't know if it's old age or what. So we have a trap set up for 944.55. I was trying to decide what to watch with the news. We used to trade bombs on this, but most people do not trade bombs these days. Half the prop accounts don't allow it. Let me take a look. YM. YM was not a great short open. It wasn't great. Excuse me, but it would have been profitable because it would have filled near the low and you could have hit your first target. Oh, is that what happened, Jay? Nitten? That's what happened? You made way too much? That's the scam. That's why prop account trading is a scam. Or let's say it this way. That's a scammy element of prop trading. If you're a trader and you trade news, they'll take your money when you blow up your trade. So they should let you trade the way you trade. You understand what I'm saying, folks? I know what the rules are. I know what they're doing, but I'm telling you what my feelings are. Okay? My feelings are just that. They're my feelings. But they're not going to make it easy for you to take money out. They're just not. That's the way it is. If you play the game, you play by their rules. Okay? I play the game, I play by their rules. But that's honesty, and that's the truth. I'd like to find a company that lets me trade exactly the way I want to trade. Because they take my money when I blow up my account because I traded PPI. So pay me if I make money on my PPI. Actually, Ray, you just have to trade cash. Then you make the rules for yourself. No, I understand, Arthur. I get it. I get it. I think when it comes down to it, if you make money consistently, they should pay you, regardless of how you make the money. If you lose money consistently, you're going to blow up your accounts. And absolutely, Donald, 100%. Life is not fair, and that's the way it is. And it's okay. There is no fairness. We play the games and we play with the rules. That's the way it is. And that's okay. Does anybody have any question about the setup on flash manufacturing? Flash manufacturing has been a trap trade. 30 and 45 on the tiers are very conservative. It's a very conservative setup. I'm looking for my spike sheet and I cannot find it. I think I don't have it. That's the truth, Arthur. In 8 years of trading, I've never blown up an account trading news. I've had a horrible trade, but I get it. And there's plenty of ways to trade in cash, right? We have plenty of ways to trade that let us play in the rules. Plenty. It's extremely possible that we will not get a fill on this trade. So the way you cancel a trap trade, uncheck the X in the box. You can press close also. No, you can't. I thought you could. Nope, only if the trade's open. If the trade's open, you can press close if the orders are on the chart. If you want to cancel it before the orders, you press the check box, okay? All right, 1 minute. Just watching the ES, thinking, I think there'll probably be more MNQ movement, but we don't watch the ES a lot on trades. Now, interestingly, the gold market was down quite a bit when we got here earlier this morning, and now it's flat. So there's our orders. You may have to increase the stop. We should get a reversal here. Bring your target down. I'm expanding the stop below the VWAP. I want to be way below that VWAP. This may not work, folks. It has that feel of a trade. I'm below the PP. It has the feel. We need that reversal. It was a breakout. It did not work. God, I hate when a trap trade doesn't work. Right to the PP. Unbelievable. I'm taking a long. It's going to reverse here. If it doesn't, I'm going to really regret it. The news was just way too good. The news was just way too good. So getting a late reversal. We have another trade coming up, taking a scalp there. Now we have existing homes, and we only have like 10 minutes for it. So the darn trade hasn't moved that much. I don't know how long it's been. It's ridiculous how long it's been. Absolutely ridiculous. It moved 90 ticks. I mean, we haven't had a 90 tick move on this trade in like, I can't even begin to tell you, folks. I mean, we haven't in more than a year, in maybe never on this trade. But here's the problem. The manufacturing was monstrous. It was monstrous. It was an anomaly. The numbers were an anomaly. That's the problem. It was an anomaly. And yet the ES does not like that news. It doesn't like strong manufacturing news for whatever reason. It does not like it. No, I didn't say the economy was bad. I said the job market is slowing. The job market is slowing. There's a lot of conflicting news. That's definite. There's a lot of conflicting news. The scalp, there wasn't a lot in that scalp because the news is so good. You need a 50 tick, 60 tick stop sometimes on a prop trade, but on a trap. But the problem is you enter and you're so in the red, you can't reverse enough to get a profit. Even if your stop is huge, it doesn't necessarily solve the problem of where you get filled. You know what I mean? So that was just bad. It was a breakout. It was 90 ticks. It was an anomaly. Nothing you can do when you get a news report anomaly. That has been a trap trade. It has been a trade that just hasn't been moving a lot, more than anything. Now, existing homes, I will trade it in the same account to see if I can recover some of that money back. And trust me, I know that there's risk in any trade, but existing homes, there is no DMM, and this will be the end of our stream after existing homes. I'll leave my gold reverse continue set up, okay? 30 tick target, 30 tick stop, one position. So that's still there. Existing homes is a gold trap trade, believe it or not. We're going to trigger it at 9:59, 55. Whoops. Got to do it as a trap trade, not a breakout. Let's get the right setup. Trap trade, trigger 9:59, 55. Stop is 25, and the tiers are 15 and 25. 15 and 25. GC trap. Same account. And we have our reverse continue. And then I'm just watching the ES on existing homes. Now, let me see if I've got any videos on existing homes, because it's not, like I said, it's not a DMM trade. And we've had some good results from existing homes. For a while, we had a DMM for it, and it was a breakout, and it really stopped working. It just wasn't a good breakout. And I do have July. Let me see if I have anything else. I've got June and July, and I'll just look for May. See if we've got three of them. Here's July. Sometimes existing homes won't move at all. July, not much. No response, really. So probably we canceled. Well, look, now it started moving up. Gold was trending lower. Filled short. Filled short with a gold negative trend. You're in profit. I would cancel the outer tier, move the stop to safety. So July, it was a small winner because it changed direction after your stop was moved to safety. That happens. And that was good that you moved your stop, see? So that is the normal way I would like to trade a trap trade. I want to move my stop to safety. If it goes against me, it goes against you, but you don't lose. You're alive for the next trade. This was June. Spread the orders so you could see them. June, you could see it chopped around. The news was all on the positive side. And it almost stopped us out, and then it did a big reversal, and we took a profit. We hit the close button, got out. That was a couple of $100. So existing homes, it can move the market. There's no doubt it can move the market. I'm going to set up an ES reverse continue. One position, 25 tick target, a 20 stop, 20 tick target, 20 stop. Label it ES reverse continue. One position, target 25, stop 20, apply it, okay it. Now gold is consolidating before the news. They're forecasting 3.9. I think one of the problems with homes is there are inventory problems. There are inventory problems. 2 minutes to go. Correct, Arthur. Totally discretionary. So maybe the market is not happy because traders pare back on bets for two Fed interest rate cuts this year. Probably the market doesn't like that. Okay, 1 minute to go. All right, 20 seconds for the news. Our orders will go on 5 seconds before. Spread them apart a little bit. It's extremely possible we won't get a fill. It is possible. Looks like it's going to fill. Oh, I wanted that fill. I want that fill to the short side. That's the direction I want to get filled. So I'd like to see it pop up and fill me. Okay, I want to fill to the short side. So I brought my targets into the fill, and now let's see if we can get our reversal or account destruction. The news is good. Gold is trending down now. If it keeps going up, I give up for the rest of my life on gold. If it keeps going up, I give up. That's the truth. I totally would give up on gold. I'm getting ready to give up. I'm getting ready to give up. It's way far away from the high. There's no reason for us not to get our reversal. The news was down previously. This news is good. It should push gold down. We should get our reversal. And if we don't, it's going to turn this account off for today. So we need this reversal now. I need it now. Let's go. That's not enough, right? That's not enough. I'd like it to at least hit my first target. At least hit my first target. There's my first target. The longer you wait, the less you're trading the news and you're just trading gold being gold. You know what I mean? Now, I don't want to move my stop to safety yet because I want my first target. I really want that first target. That's what I would like. When I get my first target, I'll move my stop to safety. Now I got my first target. I'm expanding my second target and I'm trailing down. Okay? I'm expanding my target big time and I'm trailing below my first target. Below my first target. So now if it hits me, I'm going to let it hit me. But I've made quite a bit of money back. Quite a bit. Okay, we made almost $500, $400 back on that trade. 400 back. Okay? So you could be totally afraid to trade after you have a lousy trade, or you could just trade a report that you've had luck with previously. I've had good luck with existing homes. Now, is the ES, I'm done right now because now we have natural gas. Now we have natural gas. So I'm turning everything off. All right. I'm not giving up. You know, you have a, I do want to, one thing I maybe wasn't clear on is that flash manufacturing is not a best of the best report. It's not a best of the best report. And it didn't work. Look, it worked as a breakout. Existing homes is not a best of the best report, but overall it's given some nice profits. MNQ, now look, the ES breakout looks like it would have worked on existing homes. Even gold, it might have broken out first, but it very, very often reverses well on existing homes. And that's why I have a trap on it. All right, so that was a nice winner. That was a nice winner, and that helps recover some money. So I do want to thank everybody for watching on YouTube. We've been streaming almost more than an hour. Um, I have posted, if you want to learn to trade the way that we trade, you can take our class. We have a challenge next week, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, and Thursday. I know it's a 3-day challenge, but there's also a graduation ceremony the day on Thursday. The link is there if you want to just take the challenge. If you need a reason to learn why to take the challenge, take the pre-launch. And that's all on our YouTube stream. Thank you for joining us on YouTube, and we'll see you next time. Hit the notification bell, hit the like button so you know the next time we're streaming.